Yeah. So true. Yo, I heard the town's running, they coming out gunning. I swear every motherfucker straight head hunting. I'm not afraid to lay a body in the grave, then rise it up, Lazarus, say my name. I'm reaching to the end, my zeal is not a trend. I promise I was never meant just to be a friend. Maybe we go deeper than that, I'll call you comrade, family, something like that. I came the same from ship and sea, but I'll be damned if I let these crackers conquer me. Brown and white base, sober and shit face. Come as you are and take your ordained place. The right hand of my cuts, the beauty inside us. I work hard every day, so what of my luck? Pass the bucks like you passing the bread.
President Emmert stated that the 26% cut in state funding for UW and the 28% tuition increase were very likely to continue.
Especially for many students of color, higher tuition means less access to higher education, which means less of a chance at getting living wage jobs in the cutthroat economy. But these cuts affect anyone who didn't have our education handed to us on a silver platter. If Emmert has his way, many of us will become last-generation college students.
Graduate student workers are expected to undertake unrealistic workloads, turning us into overworked, underpaid cogs in a factory that chucks out future laborers who pay more for less of an education.
We, working students, students of color, immigrants, women, queer folks, folks with disabilities, are this university. The university makes money off of us by exploiting our labor, knowledge, and then tokenizing us to make itself look good. We graduate students, in solidarity with other students and workers, are severely affected by budget cuts. We need to collectively build a movement that brings together student and worker struggles.
They say cut back.
We say fight back.
They say cut back.
We say fight back.
We are here today to address the increasing privatization and the loss of choice and prerogative for ourselves, students and workers.
We're here to encourage you to use your voice, to speak up for your education.
Whose university?
Our university! Our university! Whose university?
Our university!
Our university! Cuts! No fees!
Education must be free. No cuts. No fees.
Education must be free! No cuts!
No fees. Education must be free.
Our government gets a fancy home.
But we get separate student loans.
Our university! Whose university? Our university! Whose university? Our university!
Education must be free. No cuts.
No fees! Education must be free!
UW Board of Regents is meeting here in the UW Tower on the 22nd floor after denying the University of Washington Student Worker Coalition's request to hold a meeting in a public location so that we all could attend.
Enough of the ivory tower! Let's show them some student power! Enough of the ivory tower! Let's show them some student power! Enough of the ivory tower! Let's show them some workers' power! Enough! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Show me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like!
You say there's nothing we can do. Well, we fight back when we got screwed.
Okay, give me two more. Two more.
Okay.
Two more, that's it. And we'll take them out on the next one.
Like we could work with the examiner and come back with sort of a statement of what is all the revenue that's associated with, well, specifically the fee-based degree programs, but then all of the other.
Students and workers have come together to form a coalition to fight against not just the fact of these cuts, but their implementation and the privatization of the university as a whole. The UW Student Worker Coalition demands the following. Demand 1, transparent and democratic budget allocation. We are the university, and we demand power.
Whose campus? Our campus! Demand number 2.
Cut from the top administrators. Cut all salaries at $150,000 per year.
A lot.
Demand number 3.
No layoffs. Demand number 4.
No speed ups for workers.
Demand number 5.
Prioritize
overhaul. Demand number 6, freeze tuition. Demand number 7, increase need-based aid by replacing loans with grants. And stop calling loans financial aid.
Free, no cuts, no fees. Education must be free, no cuts, no fees. Education must be free.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
If you're not outraged, you're not paying attention to these guys. We get dumped on from the top down.
No cuts, no fees. Education must be free. No cuts, no fees.
How are ya? I'll tell you the truth. We tried to convince them to go in the auditorium here, which would have held probably about 150.
Well, there's a reason for it. They don't,
Well, it's a comfortable room.
But the thing is that if they get that law passed, they're going to have to become more accessible.
We requested that you move this meeting to a time and place where workers and students could attend and have their voices heard, but you refused. Woo!
CEOs know nothing about maintaining the buildings, teaching classes, and should not be making the most money at the U.
University of Washington has used the budget cuts as an opportunity to selectively lay off the lowest paid and most necessary workers on campus.
And a university cannot exist on the basis of continual oppression and exploitation of its workers and students.
The high tuition, high aid model is a joke for working and poor students.
We demand that you freeze tuition as a first step towards creating open access to higher education for everyone.
We demand that you stop calling loans aid. It is dishonest and it is misleading.
We are watching you. This community has not been seduced by the market-driven business model.
We need to get thousands of people here. We need everybody to come up here and take it to them again. I don't think they're listening to us, and they need to know that we will be heard.
Everyone from these universities are going to come together, whether it's at UW, whether it's at Olympia, whether it's at Bellingham, and all these border regions, these assholes, they're going to feel our heat.
Emma, you care a lot about this university. If you care so much about this university, reduce your salary. How about the students? High tuition, poor education. You need to think if you really want to continue like president of this university, do something about it.
Let's do a call and response to show that we're in solidarity not only within UW, but also with all the parents facing school closures for their kids, with the workers all around the country in Washington State, with Boeing workers who are threatened with Boeing relocating to South Carolina, where there's a right to work state where unions can't exist. So we got to show these people we're in solidarity with them. Public teachers facing layoffs.
We stand with you.